In mythology around the world, how are humans created by gods? In Chinese mythology, at the beginning of the world, there were no humans, only the ancient goddess Nuwa. She felt lonely, so she made a bunch of clay figures in her own image, both male and female, and placed them on the ground to move and reproduce. She worked hard and tirelessly, but she couldn't keep up with the demand. So she took a rope, dipped it into the mud, and swung it around. The mud splashed onto the ground and turned into people. In this way, she created many people, but their quality was not as good as the previous ones, which led to the distinction between rich and poor. Nuwa not only created humans, but also established the institution of marriage for them, allowing young men and women to marry and reproduce. She also invented musical instruments like the sheng and taught people to sing, dance, and observe etiquette. She also mended the sky with stones, killed the black dragon to save Jizhou, cut off the giant turtle to establish the four poles, accumulated reed ashes to stop the flood, and protected humans from natural disasters. In Norse mythology, Odin and his brothers created a new world using Ymir's body, but they found that this world was missing a form of life, which was humans. They decided to use their wisdom and power to create humans and make them their subjects. One day they were walking on the beach and found two pieces of driftwood, one elm and one willow. They thought these two pieces of wood were suitable for making people, so they brought them back to their dwelling. Odin gave the wood life and soul with his divine power, allowing them to breathe and feel. Honir gave the wood sensation and thought with his wisdom, allowing them to see and understand. Lodir gave the wood appearance and language with his sense of beauty, allowing them to communicate and appreciate. In this way, the first pair of humans was born, a man and a woman. Odin gave them names Ask and Embla. They are the ancestors of all humans living in Midgard, under the protection and guidance of the gods. In Greek mythology, Prometheus and the goddess of wisdom, Athena, jointly created mankind. Prometheus shaped humans out of clay, similar to Nuwa in Chinese mythology. However, the clay figures only truly became flesh and blood, humans, capable of thinking and feeling, after Athena breathed souls into them. Prometheus not only created humans but also stole fire from the sun chariot for them, allowing humans to withstand the cold and enjoy the taste of cooked food. But because of this, Prometheus was chained to the Caucasus Mountains by Zeus, suffering the pain of an eagle pecking at his liver day after day. This continued until the hero Heracles happened to pass by while searching for the golden apples. Seeing Prometheus's plight, Heracles shot the divine eagle with an arrow and broke the iron chains with a stone, rescuing Prometheus. In Indian mythology, humans were created by Brahma, the god of creation, out of yellow clay. Brahma was born from a golden egg. He made the sky out of one half of the golden egg and the other half out of the earth. He created the 5 elements of air, water, fire, earth, etc., and celestial bodies, such as the sun, moon, and stars, between heaven and earth. Then he made yellow clay out of a part of his body, shaped humans out of the yellow clay, and blew a breath, bringing the clay figures to life. These clay figures are the ancestors of humans. To maintain order in the human world, Brahma created a severely unfair caste system. From the lips, Brahma gave birth to Brahmins, the priests who possessed knowledge and were in charge of sacrifices. From the hands he gave birth to Kshatriyas, the warriors and kings who defended the wealth and power of the nation. From the thighs he gave birth to Vaishyas, the farmers and merchants who engaged in toil to create wealth. And from the feet he gave birth to Sudras, the laborers and servants who served the above 3. This caste system was not legally abolished until 1947. However, caste discrimination still exists in some backward areas. In Egyptian mythology, the initial world was a chaotic and disordered primordial water. The god of creation was Atum, who was born from the primordial water and created other gods and the world with his power. Atum had an eye, the eye goddess Hathor, who was Atum's daughter and also a part of the sky. One day, Hathor, in the form of the eye goddess, was sent by Atum to retrieve the dry male god Shu and the moist female goddess Tefnut. When this eye goddess returned to Atum, She was surprised to find that Atum had a new eye, which made Hathor, who was originally the eye, very sad. The grieving Hathor began to cry, and the tears that flowed out became the first human. These humans are the ancestors of the Egyptians. They live in the Nile Valley, under the protection and guidance of the god Ra and other gods.